that they might go for the Grok ban, right? Firstly, we gotta see who actually goes for first pick and who's second. There you go, MDH, first pick. Grok ban, it's okay, boom, down. That's that, man.
Yeah, did they just literally like tell them what to do?
Okay, Kaja is up for grabs. Glue is open as well. There are a lot of heroes now that are open. Carry too, and that's gonna be the first pick. The carry, but man, the Glue, the Kaja, both open for the side of Incendio.
And both great against the carry. So I think you 100% go for the Glue this time. And maybe consider something like an early Claude, or maybe a third pick Claude. For now, your options will be Valentina and Kaja. It's two heroes that are very good as well for Incendio. And we saw Rosa played that Valentina so well.
You know what else is really good up against the carry? Farsa.
Farsa
right?
is also...
Rosa did a really good job on the Farsa in the group stage. I think right now, I don't know about right now, first pick, but it can definitely be the pick later on.
Yeah, I feel like the Farsa is really good because your main goal is to land just at least one shot of the Feather Astra on top of Marksman, and all of a sudden the Marksman just doesn't really dare to enter for the fight. But another hero that I have in mind is that Kaja. What a carry wants to do, I want to fight you close range, and when you're close range, you're susceptible to that abduction from Kaja.
Yeah. Alien returning into the M series, playing the 4 Bedell back in M3, and the only player from them, and of course Paranoid is also a coach from Bedell, and now they're representing their region so well. Are we going to see something like a Faramis for MDH Esports? They haven't picked that up. Oh, they did in Game 1 against Malvinas. Decent versus the Glue, but instead they go Kufra, and well, they still go Faramis.
Stop it, Wolf! What the heck?
I don't know.
You're on fire today. Not only you. Okay, I'm not
Are
gonna
you
bring that.
MDH's coach? Secretly?
I wish. I wish.
Not only you're on the desk when the two regions got okay, I don't want to be salty about that.
Let's not go there anyway.
Let's not go there anymore. But Faramis and Wolf are being picked up. It also from the side of Incendio, the Farsa is going to get picked up. Wolf, man, your predictions.
Your knowledge is rubbed off on me. I got the Farsa, you got the Faramis. All right, we're cool. Jace, now it's up to you.
I got the Kaja, I think.
Oh, okay.
Okay, we're all cool.
We're all good. We're all cool.
We got the quota done for the day. Lapu gonna be banned though. Does seem like again Incendio want to respect that backline threat. They have a Farsa. Very easy to cancel the Feather Airstrike, not like the Eve.
Yeah, Benedetta and Yuzong will be the choices now for Incendio Supremacy. I think I'm favoring the Benedetta ban as it is a hero that can actually win a lane against the Glue in a way, because you can just go to the backlines and be okay. Maybe this is something that MDH Esports will be considering later on. For now, XP should be the priority for bans when it comes to Incendio Supremacy's draft, while for MDH Esports, they're going to be looking for the carry counters that we have. I will not be surprised if it will be the Claude as their last man.
I think apart from the Claude that's going to get banned away, the Hayabusa ban going in from the side of Incendio, I think what Incendio is trying to do is making sure that MDH is not as comfortable as possible. The Martyrs will be removed by TNC. They have no answer to that, so might as well just take it away from Incendio, right? But however, there's another interesting point is that technically speaking, the Faramis is also quite a good counter against that Glue.
Well, you can say that. I think you can also consider a Fredrin now. Even when you already have the Glue for Incendio, absolutely, because you have your frontliner. Although it might have a little bit of a problem against the carry, but you kind of have to have someone to get into the front lines, because even when you have the Glue as well as the Kaja, you have to have someone in front. Unless they want to go full-on assassin now for Incendio, but knowing the way that they draft, they don't favor that. Maybe something like an Amon will be the last of their choices.
That's what they picked last time, and okay, I was about to really hype it up when you got that. But Brody comes out. A good choice, with all the marksmen already banned out here. Bea, we saw the 1-1 earlier. Up against the carry, you can go for the Claude, but the Claude is not a good matchup up against the carry.
Yeah, I think the problem is that you go in Blazing Duel, and then all of a sudden it is going to be the Faramis activating the ultimate, and then all of a sudden, your damage is basically going into the drain, and there you go. I wanted that aim on the side of PNZ, but it's going to be MDH taking it away as well. Not only just that, there's also another potential dive coming up from the Benedetta from the side of MDH.
It's just how it is, Mirko. And the Benedetta as well. We talked about this. It's going to be good versus the Glue, at least in the laning stage. That is why they might have picked up the Brody. No, come on, Assassins.
No,
Wait, please don't.
No way. Yo,
no way.
You all saw.
We saw that.
You all saw that.
You all saw that.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Don't, zoom in! Zoom in!
Okay.
Zoom in!
Okay. If that will be the case, this is definitely a throwback to what the Ube started with.
I'm gonna go for the Ube.
Blacklist Ube loves that.
He's he's gonna tap it.
3 seconds.
What
What is it gonna be?
What's it
the
gonna be?
suspense. It's a Leo Mord for Incendio. I thought it was gonna be another Yisun Shin, but nope. It's Leo Mord. Haven't seen this in quite a while, especially after the patch. Up against this composition, up against Amon. Thoughts?
Okay, so a little bit of tankiness in there, just a little bit. But what I like about it is that if you put the opponent very low, and then you pop the Faramis ultimate, right? Eventually, your Oathkeeper passive is going to have a great time because everybody's going to be low after the fact. So you have your burst damage coming out from the far side. You have your sweeper from the Leomord. Eventually, the Brody will be a problem because unlike any other marksman, the Brody is not that concerned about the Benedetta getting in front of you because it's quite tanky. You can go for the stun as well. If you don't get outplayed by the Eye for now, you're gonna deal a lot of damage and stay in team fights. So it kind of makes sense to me. However, this is a much better, well-rounded draft coming up from MDH compared to game number 1. I wonder if their team fight is as good as what the draft promises.
With that said, ladies and gentlemen, we are at match point. Incendio looking to send MDH back home to Vietnam, but will MDH bite back? We have to take a look at game number 2.
They have to bite back, right? It's now or never. If you're MDH, there are no more chances. This is it. It's knockout time.
We're going to be trying to force the retribution, but already with the leash coming up from the carry, it will be no problem at all for the Amon. And so far, Incendio Supremacy have been clearing the way much faster than MDH. I wonder whether the first rotation it will be. Seems like they are considering the purple buff, but knowing that the Faramis is going to be a problem, they will just back down.
I feel like Farsa has a really strong early game, right? Your first skill or second skill basically do a lot of damage. You can easily shove the wave and then start to rotate. And to help her rotate even faster, there's always that wing by wings. And I really like how, Wolf, you're talking about they need a cleanup crew.
Yeah.
We're all thinking, Assassin to go back to the backline, clean up, and then move away. Technically speaking, an Amon can only target one person to burst him down. Yes, there's some collateral damage with the ultimate, but I want someone that could consistently go in and clean up. Therefore, that's where the Leomord comes in. So I really respect what Incendio and Supremacy has done, but for now, it feels like a party happening at the bottom side.
Oh, it's a lot of members from MDH.
Yeah, man.
Are they even like trying to concede the early turtle fight? This amount of people that they're deploying here, Nard might be there for the follow, but Apex 47 will not bite the bait.
This is why the glue is meta. So oppressive, and with Rosa coming in, and Tienzi out of nowhere with the Phantom Steed just riding along, picking up first blood over in the XP lane.
Yep, just picking up something that he is supposed to do. Basically, that's why I was looking for the cleanup, right? Incendio, what their gameplay is to burst people down and then leave it up for TNZ to clean it up. But now Joga is already landing down as much shots as possible on that turtle, looking to use the ultimate on top of someone. Right now, MDH has to try to forfeit, but oh no, it's enemy Apex walking the wrong way.
Oh, those are the shards. He's going to be able to burst Apex down. Now TNZ caught, has the retreat, picks it up, backs away. It's a kill, traded in over for the turtle.
So Incendio Supremacy bought time because they know that without the purple buff, without the ultimate, Joga will not have that much presence in the turtle fight.
White! Rosa with the airstrike is able to survive, out-damaging Need My Help, and Nart. What?
Oh my god,
that was crazy.
That's the power of the Farsa, right? Basically landing down a feather airstrike right where he stands. But here go, another team fight.
That's just the combo coming in. The torn apart memory is going to be able to take the gold laner down. Joga dumps in, but the damage is not enough. Rosa once again able to survive. TNZ coming in, zoning Joga away. Walks up like a Chad. It's just the Chad game. Incendio are Chads.
Turkish Chads. Not even delightful anymore. And because of how Apex and how TNZ just set it up, Sunshine was able to absorb every single turret energy away. And Sunshine is definitely going to get more gold as compared to his counterpart.
You cannot just be complacent if you're MDH. You always have to be on your toes because the moment that we saw the MDH just snipe that releasing their grip. Bottom lane's already being pummeled down.
Oh, that's a lot of damage onto Hehe. Sunshine gonna be able to pick up a kill here. No, my goodness, Sunshine finds it in the last second. It's a double kill for Need My Help. It's a better trade for MDH. And now, it does seem like in terms of kills, they're getting back into it. Rosa with a feather airstrike, forcing Need My Help to flicker out.
I think you're training a gold laner for a gold laner. I think it's still okay, especially when, you know, Sunshine is only one death, right? And don't forget, Incendio is already, in terms of gold, he's super ahead, especially after Sunshine just landing down the damage on top of the turrets. But let's take a look at the emblems. Anything that Wolf, what do you think is actually popping up for you?
I think the choice coming out from the Brody this time, which is a killing spree.
The Divine Judgment onto Joga. Nart able to save his jungler with the Tyrant's Rage. But just like that, no retribution on Joga. And that means it's a free turtle over for the Turkish Incendio supremacy.
So the killing spree choice now for Sunshine is totally different from the Brody that we saw earlier on with the Weapon Master, right? So I would assume that there will be a time where Incendio Supremacy will snap and activate that Turkish Delight once again. Maybe in the mid game, maybe around 7-8 minutes. We're going to be grouping up together, want to try to outrun MDH and just take the turrets after one another.
Yeah, but it's going to be Nart engaging, bouncing ball onto Apex 47.
It's a good read, but it's only onto the Roamer right now. That's the Phantom Thing with the flanks and the Feather Airstrike to just melt down the Cold Altar. TNZ with the double, running Nart down. That's the bouncing ball to stop the engage. And Incendio just are happy with a 2 for 0. Backing up for a bit. Nart charging the Tyrant's Revenge, but Alien stops him in his tracks.
Absolutely delightful, right? You can see the power of Leoma right there. Just counteract every single thing that what Need My Help wants to do. Looking at the items, already a Hunter Strike, already available for TNC. Not only just the fact that he's going to do a lot more penetration, he's going to have that movement speed buff in order for him to chase down any targets. It's all up to Nart to activate the bouncing ball at the right timing so that TNC doesn't have that follow-up.
And that is why you saw the theory on Leomord, why it can be good against the Faramis, because what you do is that you chunk down your opponents with the Farsa, and when they activate the Cult Altar, they are going to be stunned up because their HPs are low. When the shield has run out, you actually stun them, which is not going to be in favor of the Faramis users. And you saw the Oathkeeper just deal so much damage against the members of MDH after the Cult Altar is done. And it gave a lot of map control now for Incendio Supremacy. Now they're trying to push top.
Yeah, they're definitely going to push top. Sunshine Nart is actually just jumping right in front of Incendio.
Hehe's gonna fall! Oh my god, it's a fadeaway! Nart gets a Tyrant's Rage, but it's all in desperation. Apex 47 is still alive and Sunshine picks up a double. It's a dominant game. Incendio are absolutely steamrolling their opponents.
Incendio is just burning MDH alive, using Sunshine as basically like a siege unit as well. They are so greedy in this one, taking not only just the turtle, but also at the top side. They are so ahead, and MDH need to find some way with Nart, find a good engage, hopefully catching Sunshine.
All right, what can they do, right? If you take a look at the replay here, Wolf, tell us what they could have done better, because it feels like Incendio are just so far ahead.
They're under their turrets. They already have that condition. However, they were pincered. And Nart activated the ultimate quite too late. If it had been an early ultimate usage and just sacrificed himself, it could have been totally different. But MDH are not reading what INC is doing. They're not willing to sacrifice like the smaller pieces so that their late game comp can have a strength in the late game.
Nart jumps in, but it's only to get poked down. Free turret, tier 1 taken down. TNZ with Phantom Steed chasing Joga down. No, what?
What?
Then the charge just did nothing. Holy moly.
Nothing.
How?
Well, didn't even, it took a shield out, I guess.
Yeah, just that's a big problem, right? The biggest amount of damage as an assassin was just nullified by one shield. That's how far TNZ is ahead against
Radiant Armor. That's why.
With the Radiant Armor as almost like a second completed item, there is no way Joga can find assassination on his counterpart.
Well, that's very smart if you think about it, because he knows that even when he's not an actual frontliner, Leomord is almost like a frontliner because you're always on the front, you're always trying to fight. Radiant Armor nullifies the Ghost Bursters as well as the damage coming out from Amon. Knowing that he will be in the front lines anyways, so that the others can set up, All he had to do was to sustain. Yes, he does have the Hunter Strike for the damage, but he'll be outputting a lot more attacks because of the Radiant Armor.
Yep, and in order to, he can survive even longer, right? He's gonna stomp down MDH, better air strike going in. There was also a lightning chunk in as well. It's gonna be also the King trying to look for something.
Looking for a Divine Judgment on the other side, and Sunshine just takes the kill. Just no counterplay there. MDH, they tried their best. Well, they did defend the tier 2, but it's all for a kill over to Incendio, and now they have full control of the Lord that just spawned.
Maybe some miscommunications coming out from MDH is definitely not a good move coming out from King. Sure, you have the Petrify. You can take out the Farsa, but with this amount of lead coming out from Incendio's Supremacy, you'll easily be punished by your opponents, as we saw in the clash.
I feel like the Benedetta right now, as we're looking at the Lord, basically giving absolutely free over the side of Incendio. I think what the King needs to do is what he's doing right here. Try to split push, try to create some pressure opposite of the map. But at the same time, it's also going to be MDH trying to look over, patrol around the map and try to sneak away turrets as much as possible.
Blade of Despair already picked up by TNZ, together with the Hunter Strike. And the fact that MDH are just getting demolished by the damage output of both the Brody as well as the Farsa. This Leomord is now activated. We have not even talked much about the Kaja and how great it is against the punishment of MDH. So in Incendio Supremacy, you have all of their ingredients together. Their Turkish delight is waiting.
Siege down below. The King, 2 basic attacks, and he's already so low. Remember, Brody, most of his damage comes in from the stacks with the Torn Apart Memory. So if he's able to melt down opponents just like that with 2 basic attacks, man, you're in for a lot of damage. Incendio just picking turrets off left and right, mid, bottom, and even the top side has been taken down. Base turret passive is going to be taken down as well, 1 by 1, as they look to siege down below. The Feathered Airstrike taking a... What? That's so much damage. Hehe is down to a quarter of his HP with 1 Feathered Airstrike shot.
That's the whole point of Rosa, right? Your main goal is to not kill anyone. Your main goal is to have enough damage to push people away. Look at him. He has the clock, he has the lightning trunking, Holy Crystal already, definitely going into the Divine Glaive already. But there you go, Conceal Play going in. It's going to be not charging up.
Oh, Nart not going to be able to find anything here. The Phantom Steed comes in, and the Divine Judgment too. Nart pulled back to the team, but their airstrike popped in. Need my help, going to be melted down. 1 HP, he's 1 HP, but he's still able to survive. The base, however, is going to be taken very low. The King going to be immobilized. That's a Torn Apart Memory. The Endless Shard does nothing. Need my help has been slain, and so has MDH. Incendio take it 2-0, clean sweeping MDH.
Incendio Supremacy showing supremacy in the lower brackets. They will be going up against the next challenger, which is Team Hawk.
Oh, man.
I am lost for words. The aggression that you saw coming out from Incendio Supremacy was because of the fact that they played the early game so well. They knew what they needed to do in the early stages. They have found their openings in the turtle fights. They made sure that the bottom lane is not going to be stomped by the carry and the Faramis. They know what they needed to do. Alien was on point with the laning stage. It wasn't that he was able to stop the Benedetta from getting anything out of the map. But Farsa had his damage output intact, and Leomord played this so well. Everybody is picking up their own weight, and that's the reason why the Turkish are going to advance in the lower brackets.
Man, the representative for Turkey showing delight, showing pain against MDH. It is really a tough game to watch if you're a MDH fan. But congratulations over to Incendio. They will be able to go up in the brackets. But I still want to highlight that part. That Amon ultimate that does absolutely no damage.
Well, it seems like we are going to have our analysts do the deep diving here. So let's throw it over to them.
Whoa! Hold your horses. We're excited as you, but caught off guard a little bit there. But no, we're ready. Welcome to the Analyst Stand. At your service, my name is Leo. This right here is Gideon Q, and this is Assassin Dave. And just as quickly as the camera just jumped onto us, the game ended. I was not expecting such a quick sweep from Incendio Supremacy. Honestly expected more from the Mekong region champion MDH Esports, but still GG, well played. This was their last game in M4. First off, let's talk about the draft.
Absolutely. The draft already started off a little sus. Like, Incendio was like, hey, we're gonna early pick Kaja even though Yves has already been banned, and you're questioning until the very end, and then you see the Leomord. All of a sudden, the entire composition changes around. If you're below 40% HP, you better not walk up.
Now, I want to talk about the synergy of the draft, right? MDH seems like they're all over the place. You have some people who dive, the Amon, the Benedetta, the Kufra, and then you also need people who need a lot of heal, like carry. Now, when you pick a character like that, you're trying to go with a hyper carry strategy with the carry 1v9 in the late game, but yet that's not something that we got. I gotta say, dude, I was waiting for my FUB, but it seems like the Turkey team, they already finished theirs.
Oh, I was also looking forward to something from the squad from Vietnam. And if there was anything we could say, at least the good, in MDH's draft here in Game 2, was that Amon. I think there was a lot on the back of it, especially given the fact that they can weave in and out, again, use that called altar. But now we see another dilemma. I think we've seen this from teams that played in the past few days of the knockout stage. Having a mid lane Faramis as your main mage just doesn't quite do it, much like a Farsa or an E does.
Look, honestly, the patches have changed. The nerfs, multiple nerfs stacking on top of the Faramis really makes it difficult because, again, you're expecting his ultimate to protect you from, oh, I'm 40% HP, oh, drop down the all-call altar, I should be safe. No, absolutely not, especially with Brody on top of it all as a second layer of insurance.
Absolutely, and Farm is so easy to counter now, right? You have, just like you mentioned, Eve, the Farsa easily taken away counter effectiveness, and let's take a look at the stats of the past game. You can see there, Sunshine 616, the KDA on the entire side of Incendio is insane through the roof. Rosa 4-0-6, 0 death gaming right here.
I mean, I would like to believe that they could have gotten a perfect score overall, but somebody has to dive. That's the problem. When you're looking at both Sunshine and Apex, they're going to be hard focused on, and especially with MDH, the draft that they had, they ended up saying, you know what, we're going to sacrifice pressure down by the mid lane, we have Benedetta by the top side, and therefore we can put all of our marbles down by the gold lane, and unfortunately, we're hoping to see more from Nart. He can't open the doors that wide.
I think that was the plan for MDH, but Incendio picked that up, right? We were thinking between utility junglers in that last pick was not the Leomord initially, at least for us in the back. We were saying, oh, Fredrin's still open, maybe the Akai if they want to confirm these objectives. But no, Incendio Supremacy faced MDH on their turf. Oh, you want to snowball with the Amon? Nuh-uh. How about we get a very quick Leomord? I didn't even notice this ended in 11.5 minutes.
Yeah, absolutely, and Leomord makes so much sense in this particular game because he can just take away the effectiveness of the Faramis, and also he go head-to-head with Amon, and he can one-shot a carry in the late game as well. Leomord is a character, it doesn't matter how many deaths you have or maybe somewhere you're behind, you can one-shot a marksman if you do the combo right. And here we go with taking a look of the kill participation here for everybody. Faramis 100%, look at Sunshine, 92% on the marksman.
Yeah, no, I mean, 92% because so much focus was pressed upon him. He kind of didn't have a choice. He had to be a part of things. And honestly, the few assists and a couple of kills that he was able to accumulate in those team fights really sent him snowballing and flying through that gold lane. But my biggest problem right now, when I'm looking at the Amon, what exactly was that plan? And I remember we were talking about it, Dave. We were talking about, like, yeah, he can, like, absolutely destroy the Leomord, and then the Radiant Armor came in, and then all the problems start coming through.
And that was it, right? It spelled doom for MDH. My heart goes out to the Vietnamese, to everyone in the Mekong region, because this was their only representative, right? And MDH now have to take a bow. For Nart, though, he's the only amount of peel. The only way that Incendio Supremacy could be quelled. But I think the Leomord was such a great way to say, no, even that is a non-starter, because again, that passive on Leomord, as soon as he sees someone below a certain threshold, starts critting, and I guess that's what happened here to Nart.
Yeah, my heart goes out to you. Is that how you say his name, actually?
Wait, hold on. I had to make sure that it was exactly 6 because if not, I would get a lot in trouble for this. But overall, like the diversity from the composition seemed like a good idea. It really worked against them. I was hoping to see Fredrin, maybe in Nakai, coming out from Joga.
Yep, but again, it is what it is. Plans don't pan out, and who takes advantage? The MVP, making the most of the situation. Rosa in mid, even in the group stages, catching the eye of so many fans all around the world. 4-0 and 6 on this mid lane Farsa.
Well deserved that both games he absolutely shined through the matches, right? Last game the Valentina, this game the Farsa. Last game I give a lot of credit to his Lolita copy with the Numenon's Blast. In this game with the Farsa, Zero Dash Gaming, 77.3% kill participation. This guy was throwing out damage left and right, killing the carry, making sure he has no room to deal damage at all.
Look, he was absolutely destroying, just raising buildings upon buildings. He doesn't miss his ult, and that's why they don't put him in the sub position. They put him as the main roster. Rosa, he has so much more to show, and I cannot wait to see it.
It's going to be a long climb for Incendio Supremacy to go far in the World Championships, but again, with Rosa taking mid lane this dominantly, then I think they can go far. Something to note as well, the fact that he rocked the Purify, could have chosen between that or a Flicker, made the whole range situation for MDH even worse. Even if you do catch him in the back line, he's fine. He just has to make sure that Purify's on and even the wings by wings. And I think he really used that rotational speed to his advantage. Look at this heat map. Starts in the mid and then had some time somehow to go both top and bottom.
Well, I mean, not only that, check it out on the bottom side. He's literally outside of the map half the time. He's just chilling, buying that extra bit of time, and as soon as he sees the opportunity, chunks them down. If you have to take my life, sure, but don't worry, I have the cleanup squad ready to come.
And I also want to point out that a lot of times he was camping in those bushes. You can see the dots, yellow dots on the minimap. Yes, he's on the all side of the river, but at the same time, you can see him hiding in the bush, and that's the power of Farsa. If you land a skill 1 into the ultimate, it can be deadly to any squishy and even tank sometimes, right? Because you have 4 of those bombs that you can use. Look at this rotation here. You find a pattern of all the good teams, all the good millionaires. They're always all the way across the map from top to mid to bottom.
Yeah, it just shows how far ahead the planning was, the communication, and the synergy of Incendio Supremacy coming through, helping them get the sweep. Let's check out the highlights. I believe this goes far back as game 1.
Yeah, it really does. And honestly, we should give our hats off to Paranoid. If he's coming up with these drafts, absolute genius all the way through. He is setting up Rosa for success. So many people cannot deal with the amount of pressure that he was applying. In this particular game, Incendio Gaming, especially with the Valentina, stealing away the correct ultimates and making bigger plays than your opponent is already a big no-no.
And also, look how much healing Apex providing in this particular game, right? Claw comes in with a Blazing Duet, almost finding no damage. In fact, I think the entire team healed up more than the damage that Claw was doing. It must be bad to be the marksman position. Let's take a look at the second game here. Sunshine on the bottom side. I think the reason why Sunshine has so much kill participation is because the fight is always happening on the bottom side, right? Because both sides try to pressure the early game advantage, and here is Sunshine 1v3 and trading the carry for the kill.
Yep, and that was in the first 5 minutes. So I'm guessing as a Brody, you're okay. Your power spike somehow happens in the mid, and because of all the pressure in the gold lane, mid and XP was all the more easy for Alien and Rosa to come through. And again, the 2 different kinds of MVPs, right? Setup and payoff. In this case, Rosa was both. He was farming up so quick, almost completed his arsenal in a short amount of time, and even helped